Good day, everyone. My name is Angelica Lalaine Palak, and I will be talking about Coulomb's law. Welcome to class. So for today's agenda, I will be talking about the class objectives, introduction of Coulomb's law, formula derivation, and problem samples. So the class objectives. At the end of this lesson, the student will be able to understand that objects are charged if there is an imbalance of protons and electrons, and to also calculate the amount of charge on an object if given the number of excess protons or electrons. Second is at the end of this lesson, the student will be able to use Coulomb's law equation to make predictions of the effect of alteration in the quantity of charge, or the separation distance upon the amount of electrostatic force. So what is Coulomb's law? Coulomb's law was formulated by a French physicist named Charles Augustin de Coulomb. So Coulomb's law is one of the basic ideas of electricity in physics. It has this idea that opposite charges attract and like charges repel. So by this idea, this will help us understand more of what the concept of Coulomb's law is about. So Coulomb's law states that the electrical force between two charged objects is directly proportional to the product of the quantity of charge on the objects and inversely proportional to the square of the separation distance between the two objects. So Coulomb's law has this formula that measures the electrical forces between two objects. The force between the object can be positive or negative, depending on whether the objects are attracted to each other or repelled. So by this simple idea, it will then be converted into a relatively simple idea, which is F equals constant of Coulomb times Q1 times Q2 over radius of separation squared. So this simple idea will help us know the force between them. So F is the resulting force between the two charges, which is the Q1 and Q2, and the distance between the two charges is R, which also known as the radius of separation, but all we need to know is it is the distance. So Q1 and Q2 value for the amount of charge in each of the particles, and scientists use coulombs as units to measure charge, and the constant of this equation is K, with a value of 8.99 times 10 to the power of 9 Newton meters squared per coulomb squared. So let's discuss and analyze. So I have two sample problems here, and first we will answer problem 1. Charges 20C and 45C are separated by a radius of 12 meters. Calculate the electrostatic force between the two charges. So first, kay atong isulat ang formula. Then ato din siyang i-substitute sa iyang mga values. So K is katong constant, and Q1 and Q2 is the 20 and 45. And ang radius of separation is 12 meters. So ang kaning 12 meters, igurain mo siya i-squared. So maoning 144. And kaning 8.99, kaning 20 o 45 mo na siyang i-times. And also imo siyang i-cross out ang coulombs and meters. So ang mabilin is ang Newton lang. Kaya ang ato ramang gipangita is ang electrostatic force. So Since na times naman nato, ato din siyang i-divide sa 144. Then, ang answer din kay 5.62 times 10 to the power of 10 Newton. Same goes ani nga problem sa problem 2, which is same process lang gyapon kung giunsa nato pagkuha kang kuan 5.62 times 10 to the power of 10 Newton. So, next. Thank you for joining today's class. So, I hope na nakasabot mo kung unsaon pagkuha sa electrostatic force o kung unsa gyud ang Coulomb's law. So, before na ko ni end, na ko i-bilin nga unsay tawag ani mantra, which is believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle. So, every time na ginadoubt mo yourself, just remember this quote and you will be better. You will know that kaya nimo. Kaya na to ang mag-answer. So, thank you and goodbye.